to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. To get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone had a wonderful, we're on the wrong screen. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful Thursday and ready for the final day of the week. Friday is upon us, and markets, I guess you could say, had a pretty good rally on them today, right? Meta yesterday knocked down the market quite a bit to the downside, and we all were thinking doomsday, but Meta ended up going up with a good rally back into that 440, 450 area. Microsoft started with a nice little down move in the pre-market, taking out last week's low and then rallying back up a little bit. So a lot of stocks off the open were down quite a bit, and then a lot of them started rallying up. So little recovery on the market over there. But more importantly, what happened was that earnings report from Microsoft and Google. What an insane move on Google, going into a new all-time high, taking out that previous levels, and might just come in to save the market over here with another quick little good earnings report. So we're waiting to see how all those opportunities set up for us. Where can we make money? Which setups come into play for us to take advantage of, and so on. So that's the point of the stream over here. We're gonna go through the earnings calendar, see what stocks reported, kind of look at the reports themselves on Benzinga. The link for Benzinga, you know where it is, in the description. Go check it out. And we're gonna read those earnings reports from Benzinga. We're gonna look for some levels on the chart, see if we can find any levels, any trade ideas for us to play off of with, and be ready for that sweet cheddar cheese, for that sweet dollar, baby. But before we go to the main screen, let's see who's in the chat. We got Dieter, TH, Josh, and John. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you guys doing? How'd your Thursday go? What'd you trade? I know Dieter took the long SPY through 500 along with me, and pretty much rode it all the way up to 503, I'm guessing, Dieter, because you're insane with your trading. I hope so, because I didn't do it. Nope, I got out around 501.30. I think was my best out, if I remember accurately. But amazing opportunity over there on the 500 level through SPY today to the north side. If you took that, shout out to you. Swimmer's here too. What's up, Swimmer? Last 2 days, morning sell-off, then recovery in the afternoon. That has been the story. Tesla kind of recovered quite a bit too. I'm trying to remember what other big stock reported along with Tesla. I think Visa reported along with Tesla, but that's not really that important, right? But yeah, pretty good recovery over here on stocks like Microsoft, which sold off quite a bit intraday, or sorry, pre-market, recovered intraday, and then used the earnings report to go back into previous ranges. So Microsoft possibly on watch, and Google as it goes to a new all-time high, obviously on watch. So why don't we go to the main screen over here, get started with all things stock market for the night. Before I do that, I just gotta do full screen over here. Where did that full screen go? What the hell? Okay, looks like I can't full screen it. That's awesome. Let's get to the full screen for you guys though. Let's head over to the main screen. I don't even know what the sounds actually sound like. I'm just making up sounds over here with my mouth. Hopefully those sound pretty accurate as to what my actual transitions sound like. But okay, starting with, as I mentioned, the earnings calendar. I think I can close this tab. We don't need that. The earnings calendar ending for the last day of the week. Mainly Fridays, never really any stocks reporting after hours. Obviously because of the weekend and so on. But Friday pre-market. Also, there's rarely any really good companies that we care about that are reporting on Friday. The good ones are usually in the middle of the week. That being said, XOM, CVX, Colgate are three actually decent trade opportunities that we're gonna look for on tomorrow's pre-market area. Today's after hours, so many stocks that you can pick from. It'll be just information overload. There will be opportunities on any of these stocks that reported yesterday after hours, today pre-market, today after hours, or tomorrow pre-market. So for anyone to go ahead and say, you know, I can't find a trade tomorrow will be you know, a ridiculous thing to say. But coming back to today's after hours, you got Microsoft, you got Alphabet, aka Google, Intel, Snapchat, Roku, Western Digital, and the rest of them, I don't really care too much about them, but you got a couple other companies that are highlighted thanks to earningswhispers.com. We're also going to take a look at Meta and Tesla because they reported recently along with Boeing. I got a pretty good short on Boeing today. I think Boeing was my top stock of the day until the IPO came out, RBRK. We talked about that IPO quite extensively yesterday, and that IPO, that was a pretty good trade yesterday. Today, I had a lot of fun with that trade. We'll talk about that a little bit more in depth maybe. We for sure could. Hope yours went well too, V. Oh, you're talking to Victoria. I thought you were saying V to me because you're saying Valeria. I was like, wait, well, why are you calling me V? No, you're talking to Victoria. Hi, Victoria. How you doing? Hopefully you had a good day. Let me correct that. Great day. That's the earnings calendar for tomorrow. And the stocks pretty much that are on the watch list. No other stocks besides that. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, nothing. Okay. No other stocks besides that are on the watch list. Basically, stocks that report earnings tomorrow. RBRK, which was a pretty decent opportunity on the trading over here. Other stocks that reported are large cap stocks as always because the market's moving around quite a bit recently. And then obviously within the large cap basket, you have stocks that actually report earnings, which is very interesting because that should help them move, and help move they did. And move they did. So let's bring in the charts. Head over to start with, I guess at the top of the watch list, we have Google. So we're going to start with Google. Head over to the top of the watch list over here. They reported earnings today. Where did my marker go? Bang, bang. They reported earnings today after hours. Looks like the report was obviously good because they ran up insanely to the upside, beating EPS by 25%, beating revenue by 2.28%. But that's not enough information, Prad. We need to see more. So let's go check out our good friends at Benzinga. What did they have to say about Alphabet's report? We know that they beat EPS and revenue, but revenue was increase of 15% year over year. Awesome. The company reported earnings per share, which is okay. We just know that it beat. Alphabet has now beat analyst estimates on both top and bottom lines in 5 consecutive quarters, according to earnings data. Google search revenue is is at 46 billion in the quarter. YouTube advertising revenue is at 8 billion, and Google Cloud revenue coming in at 9 billion, 9.5 billion. I want to see what the previous results were. That will be pretty interesting. Our results in the first quarter reflect strong performance from search, YouTube, and cloud. We are well underway for the Gemini era. That's their AI that they're creating, and there's great momentum across the company. Our leadership in AI search and infrastructure and our global product footprint position us well for the next wave of AI innovation, said Sundar Pichai, Alphabet CEO. Alphabet board authorized an additional share repurchase program of $70 billion. I guess I see where the move came in from. Holy. The company also announced its first ever quarterly dividend. Ooh. Alphabet board declared a cash dividend of 20 cents. Okay. There we go. Per share to be paid on June 17th to shareholders as of record of June 10th. Alphabet noted that it plans to pay quarterly cash dividends moving forward. Alphabet did not provide forward guidance in the earnings release. Okay, that's kind of a question mark. Management will hold a conference call at 4:30 p.m. If anyone was at the conference call, let me know what you heard over there. That'll be pretty interesting. Not giving forward guidance is a little bit of a question mark, but honestly, Apple's been doing that for a pretty long time. So does it even matter anymore? And Netflix is saying they're not gonna come out with forward guidance anymore for subscriber counts and so on. So it's almost like the new wave. They're like, hey, screw you guys. We're not gonna guide you guys anymore. You guys just come up with your estimates, and then we're just gonna either report accordingly or not accordingly to it. So it's a little bit of a question mark over there, but that $70 billion repurchase program and the 20 cent per share, which is not a lot compared to Apple. I think Apple is what, 40 cents if I remember correctly. 24 cents, so just about Apple. Apple's 4 cents more. Google is about to be 20 cents per share. Never really had a dividend before, and now they're going to have a dividend, a quarterly dividend. So every time they report earnings, basically, they're going to get a nice little dividend of 20 cents per share that you own of Google, taking the stock well above the previous all-time high, double top it to $159.50, $160 into 181. Wow-wa-wee-wa, ladies and gentlemen. That's the only way you can put it. Wow-wa-wee-wa. So shout out to you if you own Google shares, because you are loving this move at the moment, right? Google with the blast off into a new all-time high of $180. Now we're looking to see what type of craziness can Google continue going into. People were worried about Google not too long ago, especially when that whole failure in Gemini came out to play. Gemini being a nice little flop on their demo, and then later on Gemini kind of maybe being corrected, being worked on, and the report like this, well, the report wasn't really that amazing. 15% increase year over year is pretty good, but 70 billion repurchase and the 20 cent dividend, I think, were the fire starters for these engines, and they just blasted off to Andromeda Galaxy over here. So shout out to Google. Now we're waiting to see if this double bottom in pre-market comes into play. I mean by that we should not see the stock go under here in pre-market. If it's under that area in pre-market, then I'm almost questioning as to if this area will possibly act as a resistance throughout the day later on, or do we get a chance to quickly get a pop over here and then get a failure maybe not failure, but a nice little gap fill, right? So possible opportunities over there to the downside if we are unable to hold at least 173 area on the bid for me. Pre-market action will be very, very important to see how Google plays out. I'm hoping this area holds up and we get to see some sort of a hold again in this area, and then a move back up to this new all-time high. Can Google go to 200 tomorrow? Will be the insane question. So far up 15% after hours. I think at the time of the report they went up 12%. So maybe around 15% if I remember accurately. I guess we can calculate it. It closed exactly at 150, and this is 12%. That's about 16%. So the high was 16% from the close today, and we closed about 12% from the close. Doom Lord in the house. What's up, Doom? How you doing? My mouth's hella dry. Mouth was hella dry there. Okay, so looking to see how Google sets up in the pre-market and what type of action do we get. I don't think I want to really put any levels down. One thing I actually forgot to do is grab the ATRs for all of these positions. So let me quickly go over here, delete that, paste that. Come on, load. Grab those ATRs for myself, put them in my watch list, and ta-da, they're ready. So Google right now, obviously with the way the stock moved in the after hours today, we're looking for the long side. So I'm gonna color it green in my watch list. As for support, technically, you don't want to see the stock get under 173, right? But if it does, maybe a gap fill into 160. If it's holding above 160, like 165 or something, and then it starts bouncing off of that area, that could be a little interesting over there. Right now, the earnings anchored VWAP coming in around $175, $176. So waiting to see if we can reclaim that level and start climbing back up to the north side. I really don't want to see this position under this low. So I'm just going to mark up that low for myself at the moment. I am going to put some numbers in my notes, and then I'm probably going to revamp them based on how the stock is looking in pre-market. So right now, the 173 area is support for me. I don't want to see it under it. And then under 173, I'm basically not doing anything until I see 160 area coming into play for Google. However, it should not go back down there. It simply should not. And the resistance almost $10 away from this 173 area, basically $7 away from that 173, $8, $9 away from that 173, right at 182. Which is the after hour high that we're seeing in this earnings move or earnings catalyst. So waiting to see if this 182 comes into play again. Do we get to see some sort of bull flag into 182, at which point we can take a breakout through there, or a false breakout of 182, at which point we can take the short through there on a move down to 173, and then 173 possibly finds buying again, and then you look for a long off of 173. So multiple ideas already brewing in my head over here for Google, mainly looking long, but if it's clearly giving you some sort of a failed breakout right into the after hour high, then that should give you a pretty decent short with very tight risk to reward, and your yeah, that's what I'm looking for to say. Your risk to reward. What, I think there was something else I was trying to say. I forget. Now my brain just wiped out because I'm trying to open my journal. What did I just do? Okay, go to journal. There you go. Go to new tab. Trying to load up my trades on the day for you guys so I can show you how I traded the IPO. All right, there you go. I can put that aside now. So Google looking to see if it can give you a beautiful opportunity. Another stock in the same large cap area that reported earnings today, Microsoft. I don't know why I said that. I hate that word so much, but hey, Microsoft reporting recently taken out a pretty good low over here. Well, not recently, today, taking out a pretty good low in the pre-market, taking out the last week low, taking out a bottom that where the stock has been holding for quite some time now into that 397 area, 398 area, but it did so in pre-market, which was like, oh, come on, don't do that. Don't break that level in pre-market. Then it flushes into this 395, holds up into 395, and then runs up to the north side. Here comes the earnings report where it just blasts the stock right back into last week's high. So almost kind of getting ready to break out from last week's high and keep running back into the north side all the way back into the all-time high area of 430. So it looks pretty exciting over here with the way the stock traded today, with a nice little false breakout. Probably trapped a lot of shorts right before the earnings day. So you know, I'm looking to see how many of those shorts are looking for exit stage left right now and are closing their positions, and how many of their stops are getting burnt when we take out this high over here on Microsoft. This is a lot of room, a lot of time for a stock like Microsoft, which is, you know, the top dog of the market now, the top #1 stock of the QQQ and the S&P 500. Microsoft should you know, accumulate a good amount of shorts probably in this area for the amount of time it's been here and how the market's been trading. So I want to see all those stops getting burnt and this position getting run over to the north side, just running over all those stops and just beautiful move up. Right now we do have some, you know, not some, a lot of levels over here that the stock has previously found resistances and supports in. So technically I'm not really looking for a play until we push into this 430 area. And with the way that it moved in the after hours today, and we're gonna look at the report very soon, with the move that we're seeing in the after hours over here, I expect the stock to show me some opportunity over here where it's either breaking or it's, you know, rejecting pretty cleanly, pretty easily into this 426, 427 area. So right off the bat, the last week's high, I'm going to put that as my resistance, 426.82/427 area. And then above that, you have the all-time high of 430, right? Not that far from 427. It's just $3 away from 430. Watching how that level plays out. As for supports, the previous earnings anchored VWAP right now seems to show some support right into $412 or so, but I think, you know, the stock easily could pull back into 400 if the report is not good enough. So let's actually go dive deeper into how Microsoft actually reported. MSFT. Bring in the Benzinga screen. MSFT, MSFT, that's not Microsoft, that's not Microsoft, that's not Microsoft. That's Amazon. What the hell? That's Microsoft. Okay. Sorry. Now I said Amazon. Microsoft reported blah 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 17% increase, 61.9 billion, which beat the estimates of 60 billion. Okay, not that big of a beat. The tech giant reported quarterly earnings of 2.94 per share compared to 2.82 per share, a little bit of a beat over there. Microsoft has now beat analyst estimates on both top and bottom line in 5 consecutive quarters, almost like Google. Productivity and business processes revenue was up 12% year over year. Intelligent cloud revenue up 21% year over year. Personal computing revenue up 17% year over year. Xbox content and services increased by 62%. Microsoft Copilot and Copilot Stack are orchestrating a new era of AI transformation, driving better business outcomes across every role and industry, said the CEO. Microsoft said it returned $8.4 billion to shareholders in the form of share repurchase and dividends in the third quarter. Microsoft did not provide an outlook on its earnings release. The company said it will provide forward guidance on the conference call. Okay, on the conference call. And did they do that? There we go, they did. Microsoft sees full year total revenue expected to grow double digits. Full year 25 capital expenditure to be higher than full year 2024. Full year 2025 operating margins expected to be down. Yeesh. Not looking good. Not looking good. CEO said more than 65% of the Fortune 500 companies use Azure OpenAI services. Sees acceleration in number of large Azure deal conference call. Okay, full year productivity and business process revenue will be between 19 to 20 billion. Cloud revenue will be between 28.4 to 28.7 billion. Computing revenue to be between that. Cost of operating goods going to be between 19 to 19.8 billion. Effective tax rate of 18%. Overall, they are increasing, right, year to year. When you're looking at the numbers, they are going up year to year and so on, but the guidance was actually not that great. Guidance didn't look that hot. I'm gonna quickly compare some of their business numbers. This quarter was 19.6 billion. They're expecting the full year revenue for that same business to come in So I'm looking at this number over here. This is for the quarter, right? Or this for the year? No, that's for the year. So that's for 2023. No, this should be Q1 of 2024. I'm a little confused. Anyways, just trying to compare the guidance number over here to this. And if this is Q1 of 2024, how is your full year of 2024 going to be within that amount that you just announced? Then this is probably the last quarter of 2023. And in that case, why are we reporting 2023 reports when everyone's reporting Q1 reports? Not my problem. All I care, look, this is why I always say I'm not an analyst. I'm just a day trader. My job is just to look at the numbers, see if they're growing or not, and if they are, see how the market's reporting or reacting to those numbers, find a trading opportunity within that and smash that opportunity. And Microsoft is giving you one at the moment. That report not looking so hot though, but the stock, however, is giving you an opportunity. With how the stock moved, I'm going to color it green, but I think honestly I'm looking more neutral on Microsoft tomorrow to see how it behaves into this last week's high, see how it behaves on any sort of pullbacks to the south side, right back into yesterday's high. Let me actually turn off extended market hours, right back into today's high, somewhere into this 400 area or so. See if 400 can pull back and hold, and if it can, maybe there's a good long off of that for us. If it even shows you some buying before 400 and gives you a nice little dip buy opportunity right off the open to ride the stock back to the upside, there is some trade opportunities there. I'm also quickly going to look at the stock on the 60-minute chart just to see if we can find any levels. I mean, look at that 420 area right there, right? Technically, you don't want to see the stock under 417, 420 and the pre-market. If it's under this area, there's just simply no longs. Simply no longs. And let's go back to the extended market hours and see where that orange line is. That orange line is basically where we're finding a little bit of a resistance into. We pop above it, but we come back and run back into that resistance and right into that orange line. And that's what you don't want to see, right? You don't want to see that area acting as a resistance. So if we're not able to even hold this 418 area as support, I'm not looking long anymore. So I'm just going to quickly put down that price as a level to keep an eye out for myself. 418. Okay. Couple stocks that are in the same large cap mega sector, the Magnificent Seven that reported not too long ago. Meta actually reported today yesterday after hours. My knee, I tweaked it. That tweaked it. I bent my knee. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, they reported yesterday after hours. We looked at the report live on stream with you guys. Oh, that one hurt. Give me a second while I move some of my lines over and try to deal with this one real quick. Do that over there. Move this one over here. All right, and now we're good to go. Meta, pretty good flush in the after hours, closing that gap right into $400. I was looking for a dip buy opportunity, never really pushed into 400. I guess that trade would have been just way too easy, right? So no trade over there, but eventually, you know, I was just looking for the shorts all day. So as I mentioned to you guys, there's no short until the stock pushes into 400, 440 and really shows me resistance into 440. Well, guess what? It really didn't show me resistance into 440. I guess it did show you a little bit of a resistance right here on the first little pop of the day, sold off into VWAP and then got bought right back up. So a lot of buying. Clearly people want to buy this dip buy, this gap fill that Meta played out. And now with the earnings report from Microsoft and Google, we're waiting to see if Meta can catch a little bit of attraction, especially if QQQ starts to pick back up tomorrow. Maybe Meta can join the party slightly. Might not have the oomph that Google and Microsoft might, but just a little bit of a relief going back into the last week's low area, this 475 area, possibly an opportunity to keep an eye out for. Meta now with an ATR of $20, so waiting to see how it sets up. It's very, very interesting. pretty interesting, mainly because the stock has been holding very tightly above its earnings anchored VWAP, and then it just blows up and goes all the way to the downside, closing the gap in the after hours, but now kind of floating between the two levels. So we're waiting to see how these two levels play out. Can the stock get above 450 to push back into this area, or is it just going to reject off of this nice little 453? Why do I have two orange lines there? Where's the other one come from? Oh, fuck. Where did the other one come from? But this 453 area is what we're looking to see if it can find some resistance. Still looking short. Still looking short on Meta. If you were looking short today, though, you were just got burnt or just not get paid at the end of the day, or simply not gotten into a single trade on Meta. I didn't trade Meta today at all because I was waiting for my levels to come into play. So my level might come into play tomorrow with the help of QQQ, and a 453 area, 450 area can push into there, and we see some wall coming into Meta, a nice little selling action coming into Meta. I want to be present for that short opportunity. So we'll see if Mark Zuckerberg gets slapped in the face a little bit more very soon. Tomorrow, I think this level will be very much in play. So META, one of the stocks that reported earnings in the large cap sector not too long ago. The other one, Tesla. Tesla reported negative, popped up, and continue going up now. And with market or with Microsoft and Google, the way they moved, they're gonna move the market higher. So maybe Tesla is going to make an insane day 3 rally tomorrow. However, as we have mentioned previously, Tesla has a lot of walls to the north side to break through. So we'll see how it behaves into the next wall after it has conquered the last two walls. It has done so successfully, conquered them, broken them, whatever you want to say. And now it's getting ready to go through last week's high and see if we can push back into this little 185 wall where the stock has previously struggled into. So we'll see if that numbers comes into play for Tesla. Last week's high right around 170, 170.50, 171. Today's high was 171. Last week's high was around 170.69. So we're just going to say 170.50 to 171 area to see how Tesla behaves going into that move up top. And then above that, you just got that beautiful level of 184.50 to 185. And most likely walking into a little bit of a rejection opportunity for Tesla, even if the market's strong. But I think that's a pretty good move. Tesla with the $8 ATR from 170 to 185, that's more than one ATR. So if that even ends up happening, an opportunity to short that 185 should give you a pretty good scalp or a good trade at the end of the day, either way. So I'll be ready for that and only looking short for Tesla. Tesla. Now, the stock that reported today after hours, along with a bunch of other stocks that report tomorrow pre-market. Intel, let's see how you reported. Ooh, what the hell? I didn't mean to do that. There we go. A little bit of a miss on revenue, but they beat on EPS quite a bit. Intel has gotten smoked recently from their own personal catalysts and so on. And so Intel now, holy smokes, $31. Yeah, Intel can't catch a break, dude. It caught a little bit of a break, but right back down they go. Right back down they go. So sad for Intel. When was your masterclass coming to the screens? What the hell are you talking about, bro? I don't do no masterclass. Bro, I got a super fresh brand new knee strap. I don't want to know what you do with that. You're a weirdo. Oh. HBO returns with the House of Dragons? What? When is that? Is it already playing? Oh, this summer. I'm watching an advertisement right now for those of you wondering. This is the NBA game playing on my other screen along with the chat over here. I'm watching Joel Embiid versus Jalen Brunson. New York Knicks versus Philadelphia. Okay, the ad's over. That's pretty cool. I'm interested in House of Dragons. You guys know I like that show. We love that show. We like the show. We like the stocks. We like the shows. Intel got smoked as tech wreck continues. I mean, you could call it tech wreck, but tech actually rallying tomorrow, bro. I'm calling it how I see it. No Free Fall Friday tomorrow. For all my Free Fall Friday lovers, John, I see your message about Free Fall Friday. Nope, not happening. Simply not happening. We're running to the upside tomorrow. But Intel, that's sad. That's yikes, to say the least. That's the only way I can put it. That's yikes. Intel got absolutely smoked, taken below last week's low. Now basically any pops into 34, I want to short it. And I'm not looking to short the stock below like 34.50 maybe is the lowest number, or the highest number I'm willing to short. Anything below 34.50, I just simply don't care, and I'm not looking to go long at all. There's going to be way better stocks to trade on the day. There's going to be way more action to trade on the day. Only if the stock pulls back to this $34 area for me to trade off of and gives me a rejection opportunity, then only I will pull the trigger. Not a high importance stock for me at all. $1 ATR, boomer of a trade. If I want to trade semiconductor industry, oops, wrong area. If I want to trade the semiconductor industry, I'm going to go to Nvidia, I'm going to go to AMD, ARM, TSM. I'm not going to Intel. Simply not going to Intel, even if they have an earnings report, right? But if Intel gives me a pop into 34, then I'll be ready to short the shit out of it there. Besides that, just don't even care about it. Next stock, Snapchat. We haven't looked at the stock in quite a bit. That's a lie. We looked at the stock yesterday just for a quick flash, because anytime anytime Meta reports earnings report, this stock moves along with tandem along with the Meta report. I guess you could say they're in the same sector, the social media sector, and so on. So that's part of the reason why. Also, a couple other stocks that do the same thing is Pinterest. Pinterest moves along quite a bit along with Meta's report. But today, with Snapchat coming out with their earnings report, 26% beat on EPS, still not making money, but 26% beat on EPS and 6% beat on revenue, launching to the upside. Launching to the upside. So this stock is a little interesting. However, if I know one thing about this position, anytime it pops up on earnings report, it gets absolutely slapped right back down on that very same day. So I'm mostly looking for shorts, but you can see how we got above this little whole range. We got this last week's low, last week's high, and then this whole range from the previous earnings report until today, we've been having a little bit of a wall into $12.50, $12.65. So taking out that area and pushing above that area is pretty bullish. Now, any pullbacks into this area and we see support still being built over here, that sets up for a pretty good long.
What song are you playing for the concert tonight?
The hell? What concert? What concert? But the Snapchat, the fact that it's like, you know, right now holding above its previous earnings, or this earnings anchored VWAP, sorry, not previous, it's into this $14 area almost. We got a little bit of a double bottom right now. Let me quickly mark up that double bottom to keep an eye out for. We got that little action over there. I'll mark up that one too for myself. And now if we go back into the 5-minute chart, I mean, that's not that far away from that $15 bottom that we just put in over here, this little double bottom. So looks like a little bit of a resistance from 15 to 15.30, I'll say, on Snapchat. Mostly looking for the long on dips. Maybe I should mark it as neutral, but mostly looking for longs on the dips right now. Clear wall into 15 to 1530 area on the upside, and on the downside I want to see supports being built anywhere from this 12 to 1215 area. This whole middle range really not that exciting for me. I don't want to make any decisions over here. I want to make decisions here, and then I want to make decisions here. That's it. Anywhere else is just irrelevant. It's nonsense for me. And if these levels don't set up tomorrow, then I just don't trade them at all. So $12.40 to $12.60. I know it's $12.50, but I'm just gonna just give it that whole range between $12.50 and $12.60. Sorry, $12.40 and $12.60 over here to keep an eye out for on Snapchat to see if supports can get built into this area for ourselves to take advantage on any sort of dip. The report seems to have been great. But if I remember one thing, Snapchat usually struggles on earnings reports and sells off. That's the example right there. Exhibit B, Exhibit C. I mean, I already showed you that exhibit. So exhibit another one, exhibit another one. So usually they sell off, they come back, and then they start rallying in the next few days. We'll see if Snapchat gives you some sort of trades. Go right into this 15 area. 15 short, move back into maybe 13, move back into 12. Possible opportunity. Gotta remember though, Snapchat's ATR, only 59 cents. So it's a little bit of a turn off over there. A little bit of a turn off. I thought you got to stream in concert mode. I thought you get to stream in concert mode. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about this concert. I was so confused for a second. I was like, what is she talking about at the moment? I'm screaming. All I do is I'm singing. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. When I start playing chess. But we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more stocks to go, and I still got to show my trades on the day to you. And then we got to talk about the economic calendar, and then it's concert. And then it's concert. Okay, brother. So Snapchat, looking to see what opportunity set up on this one. I just gotta make sure that you guys have not been hearing NBA this whole time, because I'm gonna get banned. Okay, no, it's just Dieter's beat. That's good. Holy! 40 minutes of just me talking and the NBA in the background. I would have been banned for that one. Alright, anyways, thankfully it's not that way. Now, going to the next stock that reported earnings today after hours. One that's on our shit list, on our no-fly list, on our no-trade list. But however, we are a little bit grown up from the past. Not really, but we're a little bit grown up from the past. We know how not to make some of the silly mistakes we used to make. And the mistakes we make now are our new mistakes, not the same mistakes, which is exactly where you want to be in life every day, right? Make new mistakes and don't repeat the ones that you made before. You're showing growth, right? That's a insane wall. Whew, that's a weekly chart. That's an insane wall on the weekly chart that you can see possibly on the daily too somewhere. That's an insane wall. Let's go see how the stock moved in the after hours. Oh wow, what a turn off. Roku putting me to sleep with its earnings move. Horrible. Nothing exciting here to watch. Nothing exciting here to watch. Might just have to throw the stock away from the watch list tomorrow and focus on something like Microsoft and Google. Maybe even Intel could give you a better opportunity than Roku based on what I'm watching. The story is, or the idea is, if you are not going to make a crazy reaction based off of what seems to be an amazing earnings report, beating EPS by 42%, beating revenue by 4%, what seems to be an amazing earnings report, the reaction you give to us is basically this. That's a nothing burger report. And on the weekly chart, that 69.89 area, okay, the 69.89 area looks to be a wall, right into here. I guess that's a 63 area, never mind. 69.89 right into this little area over here. Maybe we just throw in that little marker real quick. Give me the color orange for that one. Go back into the 5-minute chart. Just shy of that number, just shy of that high. And if we go back into the daily chart, just from that little gap up high, this little box. So not even being able to get above that 69, 68.50, 69 area off that earnings report, a clear wall that we're gonna have to face on Roku anytime we go up here for the next near future, because the seller who was active from the last earnings report is still very active over here. Still very much active, and there might be looking to stuff this position down until we really get above this price and hold. Emphasis on that holding above this price. You got to show clear buying, some sort of a clear buying pattern above this price. The time of sales is just screaming. Anytime it goes below 68, it just gets bought right back up. And then every time it gets bought right back up, it's a higher price on the bid than it was previously. And anytime it goes down, the volume just comes right back up to the upside, and they're just buying it. They're fighting for the price, right? So if you see all those actions above 68, above 68.50 going into 69, then the long on Roku really turns on. But it does not even excite me for the short tomorrow. Looks like a nothing burger move overall. We're right back into today's ranges, and in that case, I just don't care about sorry. I saw your name. I didn't mean I don't care about you. I don't care about Roku at all. I do care about TH though. I love you, TH. And TH, I got a special gift for you. You're gonna be happy with how I traded this one position today. So Roku, almost not important for me at all. Western Digital in the same basket. Earnings report came out. They flushed to the downside, a big flush to the downside, and then almost a non-existent move. They're in the same basket as Seagate. You guys remember how I reacted to Seagate's earnings report, and look how Seagate moved. Basically trapped the longs, trapped the shorts, and just trapped everybody and came right back into the ranges where the stock ended up doing nothing going into the earnings range, right? So Western Digital looks like a nothing burger off a move tomorrow for us also. And sadly, that's where all the stocks that reported today after hours end. We have no other important stocks. And I thought Roku would actually make the cut. Roku did not make the cut, and Snapchat made the cut. That's pretty surprising, honestly. That's very surprising. Now, let's go to some of the stocks that report tomorrow pre-market. XOM. XOM, we're going to go to the yearly chart. You can see how XOM has been making a little bit of a rally recently with the whole war situation and so on, going into all-time highs. That makes it very exciting. So waiting to see how XOM trades right above this all-time high area. I don't think CVX is just in the same basket as XOM in terms of trade quality, right? Because XOM is at all-time high, if they report well, that breakout through all-time high is new price discovery. So that setup, that opportunity is way fresher and just is more fruitful for us to play with, instead of CVX in the same sort of it's got a good earnings report, it's got a good catalyst, I'm gonna look for the long on it. You're gonna walk into a lot more resistance on CVX than XOM. That's why the trade quality of XOM is better. So more importance on XOM for me based on how they report. If they report well, a good long, and if they report short, then most likely XOM gets a little bit boring again. Because XOM is it's got a lot of ranges over here where it can easily find support in, right? A lot of areas where it can easily find support in, and I don't want to fight that support. It's a boomer stock, and I don't want to especially go against the situation in the Middle East that can come into play at any moment. for these oil stocks and so on. So just got one idea. It's going to be to the long side, and the earnings report in pre-market is going to be a big factor for that one. CL, not crude oil futures, but CL, Colgate, the toothpaste company. They're also at all-time highs, and they do decent amount of volume. 4 million shares on a 30-day average for almost $100 position is not bad at all for someone who's at all-time highs right now. So good increase on volume, not in the recent past, and you know, going into that price area makes the stock that much more exciting. So watching Colgate tomorrow, especially if we can, you know, kind of in the same XOM basket. If the reports to the green side, it gets a lot more exciting for us to play the long on Colgate. But if the reports to the red side, then I might as well just go look for shorts on Intel or Tesla or Meta, because they're going to have a lot more volume. They're going to give you a lot more liquidity to play with. That means you can take a lot more size, and you're going to get a lot more opportunities to be wrong and get out for not as much of a damage compared to Colgate, which is not going to be traded that heavily. It's going to be a little bit more thin. You're not going to be able to take that much size, and when you do take a lot of size and you need to get out for it from profit, or you need to get out from it for a loss, you're going to take a little bit bigger of a hit than you previously would have thought. So that's the difference over there with Colgate and with the other ideas over there. We'll miss the rest of the stream. We'll watch later. Dieter, you're leaving. I played chess just for you. I guess you got to go pick up your girl Ani from work, huh? All right, I'll catch you later, brother. I'm joking. I'll put the joke away. The joke's pretty lame. It's only fun a couple days and then it gets lame. I'm not Doom Lord, right? I'm not a loser like Doom Lord who just repeats the same joke 500 million, trillion, gazillion, jillion, balillion, galillion, balakanilakallion times. I'm gonna quickly slip in a pillow so we can get the juices flowing for test time, which is coming up in T-3 positions and a couple other stock talk. So the next position I want to talk about, LUV. For those of you who remember me talking about LUV last night, I was throwing a lot of shade at it. I said no trade at all. Don't give a shit about it at all. Don't care. Didn't even bother clearing some of my old lines that I wanted to clear on it. But the story is now that LUV with its earnings report, big volume candle, right? Big volume candle. Not too long ago had an even bigger volume candle and a big drop to the downside. Found a little bit of a support into that little bounce, right? Found some support, and now getting under that area opens up a lot of room for us to play with. So LUV just got a lot more exciting. Sadly, LUV's ATR is only 94 cents, so it's not like, oh, I'm gonna smash the shit out of the stock tomorrow, I'm gonna make $1 million out of it. It's not one of those situations. It's more if you get an opportunity to look for a short on a pop, you know, any pops into this 27. Look at that 27 area, right? All day it gave you opportunities off of that 27, 20, 30, 27.50, 27.30 area all day. So if you get that chance again tomorrow, you gotta be able to take advantage. It's just clean ranges, clean ranges. So 27.50 to 27.25 area. Continue looking for that shorts over there on our good friend LUV. And if we're above this area, then there's no more shorts. Simply no more shorts if it's holding above 27.50. But this opens up a lot more room on this bad boy now. Talking about Boeing. TH, I know every time I say Boeing, your ears start ringing, kind of like Momo's ear starts ringing anytime I mention Ford. Talking about Ford, how did Ford do today? Yeah, as I thought, a nothing burger move. This is your earnings candle. Oh, no, this is your earnings candle. Come on, dude. Good thing I didn't care about Ford at all. I was gonna regret about it a little bit, but good thing I didn't care about it. Yeah, my nose is itchy. Okay, Boeing. So you see how the stock made that insane pop right back into this double top on the daily, double bottom, sorry, on the daily chart. rejected that double bottom on a good earnings catalyst, pulled back into last week's high, no support, no support, pull back into last week's low, no support, right? Breaking to a new 52-week low. What are we gonna look for? Shorts on pops. Shorts on pops. And that's exactly what happened. Today, Boeing opened, tried to take out that pre-market high. Did not do so successfully. Started going back down. I took the breakout of the yesterday's low / pre-market low right into 162.50. Got out right at the bottom. Got scared a little bit when it pulled back into the 162.50 area, and looks like it was holding that area a little bit. But my stop was slightly above 163.50, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna diamond hand this position. It started working for me. This is where I could have added, and really added hard. Did not do that. Once it went down over here, took some more out, and then I closed my full position. Later on, added, you know what, I actually have my charts open. I could bring my charts. Ta-da! Let's bring the charts. Boeing, there you go. So took the short through 162.50, covered some, diamond handed it through here. Should have honestly added, and added hard, and moved my stop down from this area to this now, right? That should have been my new stop for this one, and then added hard, and then, you know, I get an opportunity to get out more at the low of day, got an opportunity, got some more shorts, traded that to the downside, got in what looked like to be a failed pop, because it looked like it was going to pop to right over here. You can see how that candle, it popped towards VWAP, and then it got rejected right away. So I thought, okay, game on again. We're not going to go to VWAP even. We're going to start selling off and really sell off. So I got in, and then on the pops, I said, nope, I'm right, you're wrong. And I kept doing it. And eventually I said, Prad, you're just going full R word. You're not doing the right thing. Let's close this trade and focus. Sadly, it was only like 10-15 cents away from the area that I should have waited for. And if I did, I would have not lost. I would have been able to add more, and then possibly get out right into where I first started the original trade. As you guys can see, however, Boeing turned its day around later on. Let's talk about RBRK, the IPO. This stock gave you an insane opportunity today. We talked about this stock extensively yesterday, maybe not, but we did a little bit of a research for you guys on stream yesterday. Talked about it. We had a lot of fun talking about it, and looking for what the stock really does and company does and so on. Was supposed to open at, if I remember, $26 or so. Opened actually at $38 or a little bit higher. Comes into 38. There's no real size on the bid at 38, but it's reserving. It's iceberging. Anytime it tries to take out the 38 level, it's just not doing so successfully. So there's a big buyer at 38. Awesome. Let's get ready to play. I'm long 38. I set my stop at 37.99. That triggers, and the stock actually didn't even break 38. It does a little bit of this wiggle, and that wiggle stopped me out. So I figured, hey, I'm an idiot. Let me set the stop to 37.98 instead. And I got back in. I added to my trade. That was a beautiful long. Did another opportunity over here. And then I got the same stop at this time at 37.90, and I'm like, okay, screw you. I'm going to move the stop to 37.94 now and kind of give me that extra wiggle, because you're obviously trying to trap people here. So I did that again, was able to capture another beautiful scalp. Later in the day, I actually had a short to take the short through 38 to the downside, but duty calls. I had to go sit on the throne, on the porcelain throne. So I removed my order, and then when I come back, the stock breaks. It goes to the downside. It flushes. It is what it is. You win some, you miss some, you make some, right? So a good opportunity. I love trading IPOs. Boy, oh boy, are IPOs fun to trade. So that's my best trade on the day today. That IPO, Boeing, my second best trade. SPY long through 500. We talked about that with Dieter. My best out near 501.50 or so. MRX, the other IPO that we were also talking about. Kind of on the opposite side now. But right off the open, this stock actually had size on the offer at $19.75. It actually had about 1,000 lots, which is about 100,000 shares, sitting on the offer at $19.75. So it got flushed from there. Later on, got bought right back up into that $19.75 area, and was not able to take out the $19.75 at all. All right, game on. Let's get short. Risk on the break of $19.75 size. If it prints $19.75 or higher, I'm out. Get short. My risk is what? 5 cents at best. My reward, almost $1 if it did work out. Later on in the day, let's actually see if it did. MRX. Woo-wee! Right? Almost $1 per share, or 75 cents per share almost. And there you go, 75 cents per share exactly at the end of the day, and it gave you 3 opportunities to continue scalping that trade. This is why I love IPOs, and that's why I keep doing that IPO research anytime they show up. And here are some of my losses on the day. You know, they're not all pretty, they're not all wins. Sometimes you lose, right? So Microsoft, I tried a short on the day today. Surprisingly enough, I tried the exact same setup on 4 different stocks and lost on all 4 of them. How? What are the chances, right? So Tesla short, lost. Google short, lost. UAL short, lost. Microsoft short, lost. Almost the exact same setup on all 4 stocks over there, and lost on all 4 of them. And then the rest of the stocks saved my day and actually helped me make a pretty good day for myself today. So pretty happy. And that's why we're dancing today. We're dancing. And that's all the stock prep that we basically have for tomorrow. Except we kind of have to come back to Boeing really quick, because I want to put in some levels for Boeing. So let me just do that. Let me leave that there actually. Where's the other one? Go to the 5-minute. I need you to go here. And I need to go back to the daily chart. And I need you to go here. Okay, so last week's low still is an area of interest for me, 167.53 to 168 on Boeing. Let's see how that area plays out on any sort of pops. I'm going to continue looking for that shorts on Boeing until it stops working. That's simple as that. 167.57, 167.50 to 168. Watching that whole 50-cent area on Boeing for any sort of shorts. And on RBRK, basically watching how the stock behaves on any pops into 38 and any walls into 37 to the downside today. That's basically the plan for tomorrow. But the economic calendar is also very important. So let's go take a look at the economic calendar. Lots of numbers again at 8:30 like we had some today, but then also a lot of numbers at 10 o'clock. Throughout the day we got numbers, so lots of opportunities for the market to do something exciting for us. 8:30 core PCE, personal income, real personal consumption, okay? Dallas Fed PCE, Michigan inflation numbers, Michigan consumer sentiment numbers, a lot of Michigan numbers, Atlanta GDP number, oil numbers. These are all mostly we don't care about most of them over here. Speculative net positions, is that the short positions? I think that's the short positions, right? Not sure what this is, but okay. Anyways, corn speculative, crude, gold, NASDAQ 100, gas speculative, okay, whatever these are. But the 10 o'clock numbers and the 8:30 numbers, basically 8:30 and 10 o'clock, you want to be careful as to what the market might do. Maybe you don't want to be heavily positioned going into those numbers unless you're, you know, a YOLO trader. Then maybe you want to be heavily positioned going into those time periods, so that way that move, if it comes into your favor, can really help you out. But if it doesn't help you out, make sure you use stops, make sure you stick to your levels, and don't just kind of start hoping and praying that it comes back and, you know, works out for you. Any sign of inflation could send the market down again. Very true. For now, bears have the mornings and the bulls have the afternoons. Well, bears have pre-market and after hours, and bulls have the whole intraday. So technically, the bears have more than 8 hours. The bulls only get 8 hours. Let's go Bears. Is this Chicago Bears? Let's go Bears. I don't even know what the MLB teams are. I'm so bad with MLB. No aftermarket Friday. That's true. But futures. Wait, what time does futures close? I don't even know. Whatever time futures closes. IPO market. Do we have anything more fun coming out? Not really. That's pretty much almost at the end of the month now, and no more IPOs coming out for the rest of this month. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the stock talk today. So thank you everybody who's come out for everything stocks. Hopefully you're ready for tomorrow. This is the watch list once again. Google, Microsoft, Meta, Tesla, Intel, Snapchat, XOM, Colgate, LUV, BA, and the IPO that came out today, Rubrik. Going to be very exciting Friday. Very, very hot Friday, boys. Very, very hot Friday. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of opportunities. Don't blow your load in the morning and then cry if you didn't, have the mental fortitude or the capacity or the mental capital left in you to pull off in the next trade, right? Not only are you putting actual capital at risk, you're also putting mental capital at risk when you're taking any trade. And when those trades are losses, your mental capacity, your risk on the day, they all start getting cut lower and lower and lower. And when the good trade shows up, you already blew your load earlier on a 2 out of 10 woman, right? And now you're getting an opportunity to dance with the 8 out of 10 and you're too scared. So you got to be ready to dance with the 8 out of 10 when she shows up. And you can only do that if you're applying proper risk management, sticking to your rules, sticking to your systems, and not deviating from them. So good luck to everybody on the final day of the week. Kill it tomorrow. It's going to be a very fun Friday. I promise you that one. It's not going to be boring at all. It's going to be a very fun Friday. The opportunities are going to be immense, but especially Microsoft and Google and Meta and Tesla moving around all over the place tomorrow. You also got the alternative plays over here tomorrow that are going to be very fun. So we're going to look to see what happens. Ford did almost exactly what it did last time on earnings. Yeah, absolutely nothing. I had a nice little inside day. Boys and girls? No, it's just boys. You guys are all boys. Ani, you're just a AI. Like, you don't even have sex. Well, you don't have sex, but you don't even have a sex. Momo's a woman. Asshole. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's all she wrote for the stock market today, for our stock talk. I will see you on the next stock talk episode. For those of you who are done with me for the day, because a lot of you don't like watching me lose on chess apparently. I understand. But for those of you who are done with me for the night, please hit the like and subscribe. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support that you guys have been giving me for the last, I don't know, however long I've been streaming for now. I appreciate all that. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Check out all the links down below. I've been very active on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and all that fun stuff recently. So go check out all the posts I've been putting on there. Pretty good fun AI clip got posted today. Go check it out. Hit that like on those platforms too. It would mean the world to me. The lip pillow is annoying me. I can't talk with it. It would mean the world to me if you could do that for me. And I will see you guys Sunday for the next episode. Until then, have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and have an even better trading session. Now, for the fun part, let's get to losing on chess. There we go. Right screen. Prad, thank you for your input. I'll see you Sunday night. Thank you, sir. Have a good night. Looking good for opportunity, says Josh. Indeed, sir. Indeed. Those opportunities look juicy. I don't know why I did that. That was weird. I apologize. Okay, black to move. Check. White to move. This is hard. Huh. Gotcha. Black to move. Gotcha. White to move. This one's interesting. Huh. Okay, white to move. Where do I move that though? The king's over here. A lot of pieces are left. I can checkmate this? I don't think I can checkmate this. Oh, so you move the horse. How's that a checkmate though? Okay, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. Oh, and checkmate. Oh, look at that. Okay, we use the hint though. White to move. Now the puzzles are getting harder, Chad. They're giving us a lot more pieces and they're not just simply move the queen here, move the rook there kind of moves. Now they're getting interesting. Okay. So we got that piece right. She's in danger. Oh yeah, that is right. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah, brother. That's a good one to do. That's a good one to solve. That was good. That was good. That was a good one to solve. Alright. Play online. Time to do it, chat. Let's get the first win. Get it over with. Get a quick night at the office. And go home. Quick night at the office. Let's do it. Black, that's what we like. We like black. Pause. Oh, I blocked him. I should not have done that. Oh well, I can still castle from here. Now we can start activating our pieces. Is that a Duolingo? Okay, he activated his queen. His queen sees what? If he takes that, I can take that. That's not an issue for me. I'm not really worried about that too much. What do I want to do here? If I move this piece, my queen's in danger, so he's kind of pinning that to my queen. I can make him back up with this. So let's try and do that. Make him back up a bit. And that horse is in threat also because I can go this way and he can't really threat this guy anymore. So I should probably just move this guy up a piece. Make him back up the horse also, and then I can move this guy up 2 pieces, make him back up 1 more piece. And now this opens up my board a lot more. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. Going here doesn't make sense, and then he can just do this, kind of make me threat that way, but I got this for now. That's good. What does he see? He sees that, but this is protecting him. That's fine. It'd be an idiotic move for him to trade that. Let's bring out... Thinking about activating the rook or the bishops at the moment, but let's bring out this guy for now. Then we'll take this guy 2 up. No pieces lost for either player so far. We're just developing. This is a pretty tactical game so far. I could go here. What do you see? You see that. You see that. You see this. This is protecting this. If I go here, who's protecting you? Nobody. But if I go here, you're in threat. And then he's backed up from there. Man, I'm playing so good right now. I'm 900 IQing right now, chat. If I lose this by making a silly mistake, I'm gonna be so sad. Oh my god, I can threat him and he's still... This is so good. And then I can move him 1 up. Well, that's in danger. Well, let's see what happens right now. Let's see what he does. Oh, that's a pretty good move. I didn't see that one. That was a mistake. If I take this, he can just take me back. There's no real defense for him there. Okay, thinking about what I want to do here. It's either attack, defend, or move. And right now I'm kind of stuck on the move part. Nah, he'll die. He'll die. Attack? Attack who? Take that? I die. I do this. I just take him at this point because I'm just losing pieces left and right. That would have been a bad call. That was a bad call. Moving him just 1 piece was a bad call because he can just take me. Yep, that was a bad call. That was a bad call. Now I'm throwing the game. Now I'm throwing the game. Now I'm throwing the game. This game has been thrown. Absolutely chopped. Absolutely chopped. How I threw a good game. Oh my lord. Alright, try again. Thank you. Come again. Typical, she said. Fuck you. Trap, son. Resign. Come on, hit that fucking button, buddy. Hit that fucking juicy button, buddy. Hit that fucking juicy button. Come on, hit that resign button, bud. Give me my win. Give me my dub skis. Does Buddy know how to play chess? I guess I shouldn't be the one asking that question, but does Buddy actually know how to play chess? There's no way I throw this game now, right? There's simply no shot that I throw this game now. Think I'm gonna fall for that? Perfect. You know what? That's exactly what I want. I want you to actually kill my pawn now. Go for it. Okay, how do I set this up? If I go here, who's backing you up? Okay, I need to think about this a little bit. Think about it. You know what? Let's move this horse a little bit. Get this horse out of the way. Good lad. And now, you either lose that or you lose this. Which one do you want? You attack me and you lose this, or you lose this. Alright. Whatever. Oh, I should have brought him out. Oh, I should have brought him out. You do this? Oh, he's actually blocked. I should not attack him. But I can possibly win the game here. If I go here, he comes here, and then if this guy's here, he can come here, and the king can't go here, he has to go here, and I win the fucking game. Let's set up for that. Do that. Go here. Let him kill my queen. I go here, I win the game. Right? That simple as ABC. As long as he doesn't move this guy, I win the game. Oh, actually, he still has this. So it's not as simple as ABC. I need to get this guy out of here. What? Oh, that killed me. fucking choked. I'll go here. Not in threat anymore. Correcto mundo? Correcto mundo. And then if I go here, he's in threat. I don't really want to threat him right now. And this is still looking over there, sadly. So I need you to make a move. But I need you to stay still. You stay still. You move. But if you move, then I gotta go here so I can put that guy in danger. Okay, so he understands the idea a little bit. Congratulations. Ta-da! Check. Now you gotta go here and you die. And I get to bring another queen up. But you're gonna bring that out. And then I can do this. Oh my god, I win the game. He has to go here right now because he can't do any. Okay, there you go. Do I even need to promote my queen? Think I just do this. He comes over here. I go over here. And I win the game. The genius. 0 blunders, 0 mistakes. In 21 moves. Ends his opponent. Buries him 6 feet under. 6 feet under. But sadly, after yesterday and today, we're actually completely even. Because yesterday, the first game, we lost 9 points. In the second game, we gained 8 points. Today, the first game, we lost 7 points. In the second game, we gained 8 points. So we're flat after playing for 2 days. But oh my god, what a legendary victory. We planned all the moves. Guys, I'm telling you, we cracked the code. We need to stop making the silly mistakes that we did on the warm-up game. The first game is always the warm-up game, right? It's the second game where we make people rage quit. 0 blunders, 0 misses, 1 mistake. Let's see what this 1 mistake was. But boy, oh boy, was that Hikaru level. Come on now. Hikaru level. Come on, I had no mistakes. I played it picture perfect. Whew. You can now win through a forced checkmate against your opponent. Yeah, buddy, I know about that already. Let's go to the first move. Book, textbook, textbook, textbook. It's good to get your knight off on its starting square into the action. C4 transposes to the Slav defense. I don't know what that means. Attacks d-phone pawn. Okay, anyways. Next move. Question mark. Why did you move that? They were worse moves, but also something much better. This develops the bishop off his starting square, getting into the action. And it doesn't really put him into danger. Okay. Great move. Attacks the pawn. Takes the pawn. Take back. You miss an opportunity to centralize a knight, so it takes control of more squares. Somebody did tell me to not put the knight on the edges. I forget who told me to not put the knight on the edges, but that's okay. I understand that now. Mobilize the knight, so he missed on that opportunity, and the knight wasn't really in danger by moving him there anyways, but he tried to put my horse in danger, so whatever. That was a little bit of... So that was the only mistake in the game. The only mistake in the game was his. Let's go. Inaccuracy. I could have moved over here to safety, and then what? I don't know. I like that move back better. Okay, good move, good move, bad move because I just take back. Good move, good move, He could have taken back, but I could have taken him back, so he didn't take that, but that's a good move for him. I take back because that was a pretty bad move because, yeah, he tried to put my pawn in threat. I take his pawn. Mobilizes the knight, allowing... They still want him to mobilize this knight. And that knight's just kind of stuck over there. A little bit of a question mark. You ignored an opportunity to win a bishop. How? Oh, by checking the king. I could have checked the king over there. Gotcha. But how does that win a bishop? How the fuck does that win me a bishop? How the fuck does that sound win me a bishop? Okay, anyways. Move here. Activates the queen. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. I mean, I did do that after. The very next step was that. The very next step was that. Monster. Monster. I'd rather win than be perfect. Exactly. All those wins where people quit, they're all wins, even though they weren't perfect. But this was picture perfect. Oof, a masterclass. A masterclass at chess. I'm telling you, I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge of cracking the code, and I'm gonna get to Grandmaster very soon. I'm there. I'm very, very close. And you guys are gonna witness it. You guys are gonna bear witness to the glory of another Indian guy being good at chess again. Oh, what are the chances, right? Like, aren't like the top Indians, all the top chess players basically Indian and then Russian? Pretty weird how that goes. But ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of today's stream. Hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're ready for tomorrow. Lots of opportunities tomorrow, man. Lots of opportunities tomorrow. So very excited for all the things in the stock market. Very excited for the chess future. Come on now. Very excited for the chess future. But more so excited for this coming weekend. To get some good rest. Maybe some UFC. Not sure if we have Formula 1 this weekend. I got to do my research on that one. But a little bit of a UFC finally. So some action over there. Last week's boxing was fun. But I don't think there's any boxing this week. And obviously Maple Leafs Game 4 on Saturday. That's going to be a good family event. And on talking about family, hopefully you guys get to spend some time with yours on this weekend and have a great time for yourself. I'll be back Sunday though. Make sure you come back Sunday, 6 p.m. Same time, same place. TraderPrad out. Adios. Joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.